With the release of Automobilista 2 version 1.4 coming up, we'd like to present an overview of the game as of this release and go over some of the game-changing improvements being brought to the sim. As you first hit the track in AMS2 v1.4, the most striking improvements will again come from tires and their enhanced connection to the road. The new update brings the set of tire model to its zenith, with the completion of the ongoing carcass and tread revisions from recent updates, and also a complete overhaul to the tire thermodynamics model to correct various inconsistencies with tire behavior into and out of their ideal operating windows. Engine and drivetrain models have also received extensive revisions covering torque and compression curves, inertia, turbo models, fuel consumption, heating and cooling rates, and associated wear rates. We have also fixed issues that affect balance of performance in modern GT series, specifically engine power loss due to lower barometric pressures when racing at tracks at higher altitude. These developments lay down the foundation for the introduction of our advanced mechanical damage model. With it, the way you treat your equipment will matter more than they ever have before in sim racing. With AMDM, we've introduced the element of real-life mechanical uncertainty that always exists when taking cars to their limits, meaning reliability can no longer be gamed due to predictable wear and tear rates. Instead, drivers have to decide between pushing their car for more performance and taking that extra risk, or playing it a little bit safer to ensure you can cross the finish line. Real motorsports is also heavily influenced by weather and its resulting impact on track conditions. And in AMS2, these essential components are simulated with a standard setting dynamic weather system and Live Track 3.0, which dynamically changes the track during a race event weekend. With Live Track, everything matters and impacts on how track conditions evolve from one lap to another, with intrinsic details such as rubber buildup rates in specific corners being determined by tire load from cars as they go through those corners, water accumulation being affected by elevation and inclination of the terrain, as well as the presence and size of drains in specific places, to sun heat through shadows helping dry parts of a wet track faster than others. Live Track is simply magical, the most technically sophisticated technology of its type currently in a racing simulator. In v1.4, we have added custom Live Track parameters per track, allowing for fine-tuning of particular track properties such as quality of tarmac, maintenance regularity, and dirtiness levels. Linked with Live Track, we have Real Weather, an AMS2 exclusive. Real Weather links AMS2's ultra-advanced weather system with a global meteorological data system to provide real-time weather for all locations present in the game. That means if you select the current date and hour for a race at Silverstone and it's currently raining there, you'll get the same weather in AMS2. If it has just stopped raining a couple of hours earlier, the track will still be wet in real life, and it will likewise still be wet in AMS2 as well. Real Weather does not just mimic current weather conditions though. It packs data for every single day over the last 40 years for every track in the game, allowing users to reproduce historical races in changeable weather very closely to how they actually happened. Automobilista 2 also features one of the most complete sets of rules and regulations of any racing sim, allowing users to emulate rules of most major series in the world. In v1.4, we expand that reach with the introduction of oval racing and the support for full course yellow. AMS2 also allows users to customize multi-class races with the exact number of opponents from each class they may desire. Automobilista 2 is not just about getting the big things right, but attention to smaller, meticulous details, from functional dashboard gauges giving you accurate readouts of your car's performance, to car parts that vibrate due to the forces they're being subjected to dirt and scratches that build up dynamically on the car body. In AMS2, the cars and tracks are truly alive, and these details interact with each other to provide an uniquely immersive experience. This immersion is boosted by state-of-the-art visuals, making great use of the Madness engine to create an ultra-detailed, cohesive virtual world, from the deep forests of Spa and Nürburgring to claustrophobic street tracks, to the imposing grandeur of major North American speedways, through historical recreations of circuits like Imola, Interlagos, Hockenheim, Spa, and Silverstone across various decades. Come rain, sunshine, night, dawn, or dusk, through winter, fall, spring, or summer, each with their own custom and location-accurate foliage, AMS2 is beautiful to look at. All of this offered with a highly optimized graphics engine that even an aging system can run well. This optimization contributes to making Automobilista 2 one of the best racing sims to experience in virtual reality, with easy-to-navigate menus, custom-made for VR users. The VR in AMS2 offers players the opportunity to experience races with a unique first-person perspective that places you right in the cockpit, in the grandstands, over the pit wall, and even the occasional trackside marshal post. All of these options and configurations do not detract from the simplicity of the user experience though. AMS2 is highly customizable, easy to set up, easy to use, whether you're creating a single-player race weekend against what as of version 1.4 will be the most elaborate and finely calibrated AI in a racing sim, or hosting a multiplayer session against your Steam pals. In AMS2 you're always just a few clicks from being strapped into your virtual race car and ready to roll. And just like that you can jump from a rental cart for a present-day race in downtown Sao Paulo to a historic Grand Prix car for a blast around Monza's famous banking as if it were the 1960s, run one of the champion seasons offered within the game, or create your own custom season setting up classes, tracks, point systems, and weather to your preference. Travel through the history of motorsports driving legendary machines such as the Lotus 72E, the mighty Group C Porsche 962C, or the McLaren F1 GTR on the tracks they actually belong. Enjoy the unique driving experiences of exotic race cars equipped with ingenious devices that made motorsports folklore never before modeled in a racing simulator, such as the Brabham BT46B fan car, or the McLaren MP4-12 with its brake steer system. Explore the freedom that Automobilista 2 provides to create great events that never were, or even really crazy ones that never could be. There is still more to come in the years ahead. New cars and tracks, more historical content, different racing modes, enhanced gameplay features, better racing for both single and multiplayer. AMS2 continues to be an ever-evolving, ever-expanding project that will continue to get bigger and better. The upcoming version 1.4 update, however, marks the point at which the sim has reached the state of maturity we have been striving for over the last few years. AMS2 is a celebration of motorsports. It's a comprehensive simulator powered by genre-leading technology, placing you right at the center of the thrills the sport has provided over the decades. It offers an uniquely immersive experience with an unmatched variety of cars, tracks, and features you won't find in any other racing game. It's an advanced simulator that never forgets to remain fun and accessible. It's a long-term project with high ambitions, and as of V1.4, comes closer than ever to achieving them. If you love sim racing or you're simply a racing fan, you owe it to yourself to experience Automobilista 2 version 1.4. If you have tried it earlier in its development cycle, you'll want to try it again just to see how far the game has evolved. You can get it right now on Steam during our special 1.4 release sale and be set for the incoming update.